Good day, period 7, general music class. This is Miss Lee, and today is Tuesday, September 19th, 2023. For your warm-up, you may pick up one of these index cards on my desk in that one tray. And when you've completed the warm-up, you may put it in the next tray right next to it. Right now, you are doing the warm-up, and I'm going to give you about a good 10 to 15 minutes of class to do this exercise. And you may edit the following lyrics for your warm-up. So as you can see, if you were here yesterday, then you know that I've changed the lyrics. I've edited some of the lyrics from yesterday because, for one thing, it's not Monday anymore. So I put today is the day when I will be all right, as long as we all want to make things right. We may not want to do our work when we're tired, but if this was a job, then we should all be, and then you need to fill in the blank and make it better. Some students in the previous period said that fired would fit in the blank, so I put that down. And I just thought, oh, that sounds a little negative, so let's try to make this a little more optimistic. And I said, well, how about retired? So you can fill in the blank with whatever word that you think fits. And you can edit it as you go as well. You don't have to use the same lyrics that I did, but make it your own for this warm-up. And after you're done with the warm-up, you may grab your exit ticket staff paper, which looks like this, and work on the next assignment, which is to draw in and practice drawing both clefs 10 times well. Now, when I say to draw it 10 times well, I mean well. That means draw them nicely so that it starts on the top of the staff, like in step 1, and then you move down below the staff and you make a slight little curve for this first step. Then after that, you're going to do in step 2, so you still have that, you're going to draw this little curly thing right there at the top. Then in step 3, you're going to wrap it around the second line of the staff, 1, 2, because we count from the bottom to the top whenever we're counting lines or spaces in our staves. And then make sure that our treble clef, also known as the G clef, safely is secured and curled around the G line, which is the second line on the staff. And how do we know this? Because remember, every good boy does fine for the lines. And for the spaces, when we count up, we know it's F for the first space, A for the second space, C for the third space, and E for the fourth space in our treble clef. Next, you're going to practice drawing your bass clef staff, okay? You got to do this 10 times well, remember. So the bass clef staff looks like this. Remember, all the staves always have 5 lines, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 4 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's the spaces in between the lines for the spaces. And we're going to start our bass clef staff on the bass clef 4th line. 1, 2, 3, 4. Drawing that little circle filled in. And then step 2, we're going to go here. We're going to start from the left side of that filled in circle. We're going to go around, kind of like an earlobe. We're not going to touch the bottom line, but we're going to get just right in the center of that. Okay? Just to make it a little bit clearer for you. And in the 3rd step, we're going to shade it in. Going to make that earlobe look really nice. Or if you want to look at it as a sideways sad face, you can do that too, with those 2 dots as the eyes. But always make sure those 2 dots are right in the center of each space, in the center, and it surrounds the F line, which is a line that we drew starting from, right over here. And this bass clef staff is also called the F clef, and that is because it's supposed to show us where all the F pitches are. The pitch called F, that we identify as F, all of those notes will go on that F line, which is the 4th line on the bass clef. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Any clarifying questions that you need, please feel free to ask me. I will be going around to help those of you who look like you need it. And that is the activity that you are supposed to do for today. On our learning of clefs, pitches, and staves. This is what we're learning. These are the standards that the music standards call for in the California State Content Standards for teaching music and music theory.